Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you guys on Facebook. Good to see you. Come on in. Listen, I hope you had a really, really good weekend. I was just telling the other peeps on Instagram and TikTok that, I did my in-person event, my business team. We got together and we did root cause wellness, root cause supplementation. And some of you in Minnesota came out and you even drove like a couple of hours to come. And it was just amazing. And I love getting to see you guys in person. I wish that we could all grab our coffee and go to a coffee shop and like meet up and do all of the things. And, being all around the country and in Canada, that's not necessarily possible, right? So right now, grab your coffee, grab your tea. My husband is going to check my socials for me and make sure my life is good. Because, am I good? Okay, yay, he's checking and everything's good. So it's really, really good to see you. I hope that you did something this weekend that was really meaningful for you. And what I mean by that is I got together with some girlfriends on Saturday night and we just laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. And I hope that you are doing the same thing. I hope you are finding things in your life that make you happy. We did the event yesterday. You get done and it's been really busy and all of these things. And I'm like, my daughter left her lip gloss thing at my place. And then I needed to whatever. I'm like, yeah, I got it. I'll get it back to you. And my husband goes, well, we could bring it back to her right now. And I'm like, because that means that I get to go see my grandsons. So we went over there and I just got all filled up with happiness, all filled up with, just joy. It's pure joy, right? So you have to determine things for yourself that make you happy and give you joy. And I've talked to my daughter about that. I don't know why I'm sharing this with you right now, but maybe somebody needs to hear it. Maybe somebody needs to hear it. I tell her, think of the things that make you happy during the week. We're always like, we shouldn't just, be chasing happiness and whatever. And, all the sayings that are in our head, money doesn't make you happy and blah, 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 whatever. Just blah, 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 blah. You have to find things that you enjoy. And I said to her, I said, like, if you like making sourdough, because she's really good at it, I'm like, make sourdough and put on some music and enjoy your life. You guys, you have to enjoy your life. Good morning, Terry. Good morning. Good morning. You spent time with your grandsons too, Susan. I'll tell you, my heart gets so full. And I'm just like, thank you, Jesus. I love my family. It's so amazing. And so I'm very grateful. Good morning. Yes, you said, great to see you on Monday morning. Feeling good. Would love to meet me. Oh, I just would love to meet you guys. It warms my heart because you know what, you guys, every one of you represents a story. And so when I get to see you in person and we get to chat a little further, and it's just not even enough time. Like, I don't know if Ellen ever jumps on here. Hey, Chris, good to see you. Jody. Oh, hi, Jody. Jody's one of them. So I just love to hear your stories at a deeper level. Like, that makes me happy, right? That makes me like, it fulfills me because I want to know more about you guys on a personal level. Like what you're fighting for, what I'm fighting for and what you're fighting for, they might be similar, but they might be different, but they're both equally important, right? Like usually it has to do with family. Like this is the common thread, right? It's family, it's grandchildren. It's, we want to not have so much brain fog. We want to actually be able to function. We're thinking forward into our future. We don't want people to have to take care of us. We're kind of going that direction. And I love doing that together with people. It makes me really, really happy. Good morning, buddy Megda. Good to see you, my New York friend. So anyway, so today what I wanted to do was, good afternoon. Good to see you. I wanted to do a little bit of root cause wellness today. And the reason why is because, again, you guys kind of create my content. Very much of what our in-person event was yesterday, but I was talking to them this morning and I don't know if she'll jump on or not, and she was saying that she was telling me her journey. And then she was saying that she, needs to lose weight and what she's done over the last 5 to 6 years and how things stalled out and blah, blah, blah. But then she said, I have fatty liver. And so she's understanding that that's probably holding her back from fat loss. And then she's, just wanting to have a few changes in her world, and like with her sleep, etc. And the thing is that if we can understand that, if we can get to the root of something, that we're going to have a longer answer, we're going to have a long-term sustainable answer for something. And it doesn't mean we don't have to tweak along the way because life happens or things shift or whatever, but it does mean that we will actually have like this core belief inside of us as to why we have to fix something, and then we'll stick with it longer. And it's such an important conversation to have, I think, because it changed the way that I was able to go the distance. I have to go the distance. Listen, I'm on my journey the same as you are. I lost 3 sizes in my 50s. I started at a 2X. I'm still on my journey. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I want you to know that I'm constantly working on my whole life too. Like if I have stressors in my life, and so maybe that's pausing my weight loss, or maybe that's like slowing down things or whatever. It's like that I need to nail that back. I need to batten down those hatches again, and I need to figure that out. And it's kind of a continual thing. And it doesn't have to be like it hurts your brain kind of a thing. It needs to just be like a, I'm going to be more mindful and aware kind of a thing. And your assessment of yourself and of what's going on in your life is the gift that you give to yourself. One of the ladies who came yesterday, she has a, well, both are being touched by dementia, but one in particular, she's in the midst of it. And she had to have her sister. She didn't know if she was going to be able to come. And that was from a couple hours away because of just that navigation of having to take care of parent with dementia. And those things in your life, like you have got to learn how to have grace for yourself and be okay and love your journey and be grateful for where you're at, and think about where you came from. Think about how far you've already come. Okay. So root cause conversation. So it's kind of like, have you ever wondered why 2 people can take the exact same, supplementation, et cetera, and one changes everything while the other says it didn't work? And it's because you don't chase symptoms, you have to repair systems. And it is a little more in depth, and it does take a little longer sometimes. But that's why I like and want to very much do journey with you, because then we can have conversations about it and what to tweak, just like I know that I'm doing for myself, right? So that's kind of, anyway. So root cause supplementation is why you guys and myself, this is why we get the results that we do inside of this whatever conversation that we have on a regular basis. It's why, and it's why it can be frustrating for you, because maybe you go to the medical system and you feel like you're not heard, or you feel like you're being given answers that are far more about, scripts or whatever. And maybe they don't hear you. And I had this conversation with a girl in her 30s yesterday, and she's like, what the heck? Why? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm 60. So I've been doing this a long time. And we don't feel heard. And it's like, not all doctors are trying to keep information from us. They're literally not given it. They don't have it. They weren't trained in it, which is crazy. So we're kind of left out here alone, so to speak. That's not true. I'll talk to you about my, good third party people today. We're kind of left out here, and we're like, hooking up with each other, chatting with each other, having coffee and talking about root cause, right? Because otherwise we're not getting the answers that we want to. So, but most people take supplements like Band-Aids. Like I'm tired, I'll take a B12. Oh, Penny, thank you for the hearts. Thank you. You're so sweet. Good to see you, Penny. So you'll take a B12, but fatigue, cravings, bloating, or stubborn fat are actually signals. They're not separate problems. So that's why you have to go just a little deeper, right? Root cause wellness would ask, what's driving those symptoms? Is it insulin? Is it your liver? Is it your gut? Is it stress? Did you have your gallbladder removed? Oopsie. Those types of things, right? You have to ask those questions, but you're not just topping off vitamins, you're supporting the systems that your body relies on daily. And I will tell you, everything is connected. Our bodies are not siloed like the medical system. Your body is not separate. It's not. It's all connected. And so this is why when you begin to just dive into the core of like a system to get help in your body, many things change. So yesterday was a really good example of that, talking about like you might be dealing with hair loss or just stress in general, but they're combined. One is happening because there's a root cause conversation. Your inability to burn fat. I was not able to burn fat and lose 3 sizes until I dealt with my liver, my gut, and my insulin. I just couldn't. Like my body was like, you know what I thought? I thought that, and Ellen brought this to me yesterday, and she asked me the question, like, if you quote unquote, cheat and whatever, and, does that ruin it for, like, are you just totally ruining everything? Because we were talking about carb blocker, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I don't like that conversation. I don't like that thought process, because that's what's gotten us into the pickle to begin with, where we think like, well, that's it. I screwed up today. Now for the rest of the day, I'm just going to eat whatever I want or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'll start again Monday, yada, yada. That thought process. But it's the same thing when it comes to dealing with parts of your body. You have to be able to get into the healing and the sealing of your gut. You have to get into into being able to turn things around and getting your body to function again without the thought process that, you went out and you had seed oils and you can't live like that. And, now everything is ruined and blah, blah. No, that's not how this works. But it is all very connected. And so if you're over there thinking, like I used to think about, weight loss was I must have tried, this is an old belief system. So ask yourself if you have this belief system. I've tried so many diets. I need to write this one down because this is very important conversation. You've tried so many diets and you keep gaining, you're losing the weight and gaining the weight, losing the weight and gaining the weight, right? That you now have a broken metabolism. Now, again, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. So as to the deep understandings of metabolism, yada, 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 do some people have a harder time turning things back around with their insulin resistance than others? Yes, that is true, because we have many factors. We have so many factors with one person, from scripts and surgeries and trauma, unresolved forgiveness, bad thoughts, bad words. Like there's a lot. Okay. So I get that. However, if you believe that you have gone on a diet and you've lost the weight and then you've gained it back and then you did another one and you lost the weight. So therefore, I've done it too many times now. And so now my metabolism is just broken, and you live in that thought process, then what happens is you never move forward to go at it again from a root cause conversation. What is that keeping you from? Right? So I would say, look at how, when we talk about testimonies inside of our community here, look at how somebody might be 74 years old. Do you think she didn't try a few diets in her lifetime? But she finally got to the root cause, right? So you don't just want to be taking vitamins just to take vitamins. You want to be taking something that is making sense for why you need to function better. So your gut, if you're going to focus on your gut, that's going to help your brain and your mood. Okay. So maybe you've got brain fog and you need help with your brain fog, or maybe your mood is all over the place and you don't know why. Let's focus on your gut. If you're trying to detox and have fat loss, you're going to want to focus on your liver. If you're going to want energy and the ability to burn fat, because that's the second point of fat loss, that's your insulin. You need to get your hormone insulin down. I understand about the sugars, but before your sugars rise, your insulin has been rising. Okay. If you need better sleep or you're stressed out and that's why you're not sleeping, and there are a couple of reasons why people don't sleep. So it's not all one size fits all, but you then need to deal with your adrenals. Okay, because you're talking a cortisol conversation. And yet all of this is connected. All of this kind of goes like this and overlaps and overlays because it's all hormones. Insulin is a hormone, cortisol is a hormone, right? GLP-1, leptin, ghrelin, they're all, hunger hormones and feeling full and all that. It's all the same. They're all signals trying to get your body to function, right? But when those start firing correctly, side effects are you start to get better energy, better sleep, more fat loss, you're more calm, like your parasympathetic system gets better, right? So we don't have to guess. We can stack intentionally so that you can be on like a path, like on a road, like have a blueprint, like have a plan and feel like it's for you and that it's not just another plug and play to, count your points or eat this prepackaged food program. Like we have to stop that mentality. We have to eat real food. We have to lower the ultra processed toxin lifestyle and go back and then let our bodies have this time to heal and to do what it needs to do so that it can release what we need it to release, toxins and fat and all of the things, right? Okay. So hold on. I want to see here. Good morning, Patty. Good morning. Oh, you guys are awesome. Sharon, good morning. Good to see you. So good to see you. Canada. Barb, good morning, Canada. Patty, sweet lady. Note on your fridge. Let your habits always be stronger than your excuses. It always brings me back. That's a good one. It's a good one, Sharon. I'm telling you, make your habits. It's all about habits and it's all about consistency. And it is true. And I was the most undisciplined person on the face of the planet. Okay, maybe not true, but in my brain I was a very undisciplined person. I still fight for consistency just like everybody else, right? Because something can take us off our game pretty quickly. But you're learning that new language. And, somebody said to me yesterday, I'm so glad that you did that webinar on the extra supplementation because it reminded me why I was taking one of the adaptogenic herbs. And I'm like, yep, because you're learning that new language. It's not down inside of you yet. It's okay. Like, no problem. That's why we go over and over and over again. It's repetition is the mother of all skills. Good morning from New York, Maryland. Good to see you. You wanted it all. So glad you did with the total body reset. I'm so glad for you, Marilyn. Are you feeling better? Good morning, Jackie. Good to see you. Good to see you. That's awesome. Okay. So when we talk about that, and I love that Marilyn just brought up like the total body reset. So this is the fastest way that I know to address 3 things all at one time. And that's why when I kind of sourced these pieces, I did them in the way that I did them, because then you're able to combat 3 things all at once. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't have some of you going, oh, okay, but I want a little something extra for my sleep, or I want a little something extra for my sense of well-being, like with, adaptogenic herbs, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I take those too. I do separate things, right? But when it comes to being able to deal with your liver, your gut, and your insulin, that's the total body reset, okay? And that's what Marilyn's talking about. My friend Marilyn from New York. So I went through part of this yesterday, but I'm going to go through all of it this morning really quickly. And so what I've done is I've just compiled 6 different pieces and I put them all in one stack. And anybody that if you're like, lady, I don't even want to talk to you. I just want to know what you're talking about. That's funny. You can go to like in Facebook. It's right here. I put my site right there for you. It's my first last name .com, KirstenLiebelt.com. If you are a visual person, if you are somebody who's like, I just need to kind of like wrap my brain around what you're talking about. Perfect. That sounds great. When you, oh, hmm. I think my internet on my phone is being weird. Hey, Carrie, will you come here and do me a favor? My director.
What's that?
I love you. Will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to hand you my phone, my Android.
Okay.
I know he's going to come into this. Notice my husband. He's amazing. Will you put that back online for me? The Wi-Fi, it kicked me off with the Wi-Fi. Welcome to my husband. We've been married for 38 years, you guys. 38 years. So he's the behind the scenes fixer of all of my stuff. Did you trade out your International Delight, Jackie? That's fantastic. For straight cream, no sugar, and no artificial sweetener. I am so proud of you. Good for you. You guys, I was so addicted to International Creamer. I was so sugar addicted. Oh my gosh, like just how much sugar can I get in my coffee? That is hilarious. That is good for you. Good morning. Thank you for being the communicator that we need to go the journey of a better being. You're welcome, Joan. You're so sweet. You met him yesterday. Jody says she met him yesterday. He's a handsome man. It's really funny, Jody, is that my mom. So my mom is always, what's that? I was actually just in Safari. It's okay. Just make sure that as long as the Wi-Fi is up, I can get it. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you. My mom, so she's always liked my husband. And she, then when she had dementia and, she sometimes would remember who people were and sometimes she would not, etc. And she would always say, because she lived with us for a while, and she would be like, is that your husband? Yes, Mom, that's Carrie. He's so handsome. Or sometimes she'll go, he was always such a handsome man. I'm like, oh, Mom, you're so funny. Well, I'm glad that it was a good thing that you're remembering in your dementia. So the 6 different pieces to the total body reset, and I'm pulling up my site for you so that I can show you. You'll see I don't know why that's not, it's still not working. I don't know why. It just isn't. But, I heard that there was an outage today. Did anybody else hear this? That there was like a communications something. Yep, I'm getting services temporarily unavailable. You know what? Maybe my site is having issues. I did get an email about service being interrupted. So just write it down for future reference, or for like in an hour, you can go there. 38 years. I know, it is awesome. It is awesome. He's my best friend. There you go. Okay. So, dealing with your liver and your gut and your insulin is so incredibly important. And that's when you're finally going to be able to lose the fat that you're looking for. That's when we are able to get the results that people, when you guys give me your labs and you give me your measurements of how, losing the weight up and down your side, et cetera, your hips and your, AWS is out. Yeah. You know what? And what is AWS? Thank you for saying that. Something is out and I don't even know what that is. Tell me what that is if you can, because I did hear that there was this like disruption in services today. And then I got an email about my site. I mean, I'm having this memory while I'm on live with you guys. But anyway, so I'm going to start with the trio because this is where I started with. So basically I have 2 tablets and a capsule, and then I have 3 powders, and this is how this goes. So not everybody that, some people are like, I don't like to take a lot of pills. That's okay. You don't have to, but let me just tell you how you will benefit from just implementing a few things. Amazon Web Service. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Fix it, people. They will. They'll get it all fixed and then we'll be fine. Somehow we're on live. So I guess we're doing good, right? Amazon website. That's so bizarre. Okay. So this is where I started a little over 10 years ago. And you just have to understand that I was not a supplementing person. Like that was not my world at all. I kind of just did not take responsibility for my health. And so even though now maybe my journey has been more slow than I've wanted it to be, I'm in a really good place, right? Like I am the only person in my family that's avoided type 2 diabetes. I'm not on any meds. I'm 60 years old. I'm all of the things, right? I don't ache when I wake up. All of those things. I've got energy to be with my grandbabies, all that stuff. But that's because I have dealt specifically with liver, gut, and insulin. So this one is helping, and I have to be careful. I apologize, TikTok. They'll flag me if I show you stuff. This is a capsule that is it's a capsule that helps with your insulin and your sugars. And this is such a primo conversation to have for somebody you're trying to get your A1C down. These three, if this is all you want to do: liver, metabolism, insulin, and sugars. Then I always add in the gut primer right here and the probiotic. The gut primer is a powder, just like this. And it has 6 different blends in it. And in those blends, you're finding pre and postbiotics and fermented grains and digestive enzymes. It's a comprehensive gastrointestinal primer. So I put this in cold water. I think because I don't like it, I don't like the green tea taste of it. I put it in cold water, and this is what I've been adding recently. And on my site, I do have some Amazon finds, and this is on there. But this is salt tea, SALTT, and it is electrolytes. And so this one's cherry, so I add a little bit of that in there. I love that. It's actually really, really good. I'm just telling you, because you're going to need your electrolytes anyway. If you're having a lot of headaches, a lot of, different cramps and stuff like that, you might just be low on some sodium, potassium, magnesium, that kind of stuff. Like, it's a pretty easy fix. And the reason why I like this brand is because it's sugar-free. Salt tea. It's sugar-free. So again, I have to be careful on TikTok showing you stuff. But the primer, this is where all of the testimonies come in of constipation or leaky gut. This helps your liver, especially if you don't have a gallbladder. Indigestion, like this is a daily working to recalibrate and support that healing and sealing of your gut. Add in a probiotic. These are 5 strains that you put on your tongue. If you have a lot of stress, you can trade this out for the stress relief probiotic, which is a tablet. That's a completely different conversation. And then the very last one is, hi, Lee, you made it. I'm on live. Hi from Louisiana. Wonderful. It's so good to see you. Good to see you, Lee. The fat burner. This is the last one out of the 6. And this helps with visceral fat. And I just don't think people, I'm so like, I remember when I noticed that, it was changing my body composition because I'm bigger. I'm like a pear shape. So I'm bigger on the bottom. And it's like, I wanted to be able to have a change in my body composition, and measuring and stuff. All of a sudden my inches were changing under my bust, my waist, my hips, whatever. And I didn't bring it to you guys for a really long time. And now I still find myself, I'm just being like authentic and honest in this. I still find myself kind of holding back because there's a little bit of me that's like, it's almost too good to be true. And the reason why I say that is not just because of the inches that are lost, because it targets visceral fat, your BMI, and people like Megda over the last year of doing this total body reset, she's lost 14 inches, 6 from under her bra, 5 from her waist, 3 from her hips. I get that that's exciting. And I want everybody to know that. And I want everybody to go long-term to see those results. But what I get so freaking excited about are the test results that you can get on visceral fat, because it's so dangerous. So I'm like, how is it that we are alive in 2025 to see products that will actually target something so specific? This is where my brain goes, because again, I'm not a scientist. So I don't even know, like, is this magical? Is this like, so it's a clinical dose of an extract. It's powder. Tastes like orange candy. You put it on your tongue every morning, and it's literally targeted. It was created as a pre-workout. It was created for the sports line, the sports nutrition line. And I snagged it and I researched it, and I'm like, I'm going to try this And I did. And then I'm like, I have to make sure this isn't going to raise sugars. And I got to do all these things before I can bring it to you guys. And so I had somebody test it and et cetera. And that's the total body reset. The 3. See if I can get see how I just did that? See how I just did that? You guys, y'all, I give you hope, don't I? I give you hope being just the most normal person on the face of the planet. So primer, trio, probiotic, and fat burner. That's what the total body reset is. And if I were to show you my phone and my site, which I cannot, you would see on my site, which is blank right here, but it's right there, kirstenliebelt.com. Okay. You would see 4 different buttons at the top. I know you can't reach my site. I know it's the AWS is out. The Amazon website service is out across the nation. So what my website is built on is being affected by it. So you'll have to write it down or screenshot this. You already know because you just went to it. And then you can go in a little bit. So that's kind of a bummer, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. But at the top of in fact, can I pull up an old one? Nope. Shoot. I was hoping I should have quickly screenshotted it. But at the very top, you'll see my face, but you're going to see 4 buttons right at the top. And all those 4 buttons are a configuration of that total body reset. So I wanted this to be as streamlined as possible. 6 products, and you can choose how you want to start. So you might just want 3 of them that are for your liver. You might just want 2 of them that are for your gut. You might just want 3 of them that are for think about your A1C, the trio. Depends on where you want to start and what you are trying to deal with as a root cause. Some people dip their toe in the water. They're like, I just want a little something, something. And then somebody like Marilyn, she's like, I'm glad I went all in. I got the whole total body reset. And that's what she did. Okay. Just make sure that you sign up as a registered customer. You want the benefits. You want the free shipping, like the total body reset. You'll get free shipping on that. You'll get to be a part of the customer campaign if you're registered, which means that when you purchase $150 or more 3 months in a row, on the 3rd month, you get $75 off. Like they erase it. They erase $75. And you can do that over and over and over again. And that's how you can take a wellness journey, be rewarded for your consistency, and actually give yourself the time you need to get the results you're looking for. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And I don't want people to miss out on that. And so again, I know that my site is down. I'm sorry about that. I can't fix that. I'm sorry about that. But if you have questions though during the day, like ask me. If you do go later on today and you're like, okay, I finally took a minute, maybe put a little note in your phone or a reminder to pause because like, what is this lady talking about? And you have questions, always reach out to me. I can be reached by Messenger and DM and all that stuff. Patty says that she did a lipid panel this morning. She can't wait to see the results after being on this journey for 4 months. I can't either, Patty. I can't either. Patty has a really good testimony. So, Patty, hold on. I'm going to see if I can remember your testimony. Oh. Are you 8 inches down, Patty? Is that where we are with you? And the beauty about losing the inches is that you're not, maybe I need to not care so much about differentiating because maybe it doesn't matter, but the inches lost, that's the side benefit of yumminess. It's the kind of fat that's being lost underneath. That's the important conversation. So you're like from the inside out, you're kind of like doing this from the inside out with your 10 inches now, Patty. Whee! And if I remember correctly, like your hip doesn't hurt. So 4 months in, 10 inches down. 15 pounds down. Oh, I gotta write this down. That is so good, Patty. So 4 months, total body reset. I'm going to put that up there. 4 months total body reset. And that is 10 inches, 15 pounds, and you just had a lipid panel. Can't wait to find out. Oh, that'll be good. That'll be good. And Joan says, way to go, Patty. Woohoo. Way to go. And this is the other thing. So you'll notice that she said that it was, 4 months, right? 4 months. So now I don't have perfect confirmation. Okay. I keep, if you're on Facebook, I was trying to get it to come off the screen and I was like clicking on the wrong button. So everything kept popping up on the screen. That was funny. I need official confirmation from the company, but I think this is what's going to happen. And I wouldn't say it if I didn't think I was right. But let's go back to the customer campaign. When you purchase 150 or more, October and then November and then December, and in December, you'll get that $75 erased. I think you're going to get an extra 50 in January if you do it that 4th month too. So I want to be careful because I'm waiting for I need some printed information for my eyes because it was just it was said from the company. And so I need to see it. I'm going to sneeze. Okay. Come on. Excuse me. Thank you. Susan, that's the best feeling. Isn't that the best feeling? Now for you, Susan, which is it? Is it the inches down or the weight loss? What is the best feeling for you? Meg just says, whoa, Patty, way to go. You guys are like friends and you don't even know it. You don't even know, like from all over the country. Megda's in New York. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Marilyn's in New York. Oh, Lisa's, good job, my friend. Oh, that's so sweet. And Lee, aren't you in like Louisiana? It's so awesome. Anyway, so inches. Yes. Yes. I know. It's crazy to me, like these, whatever, to go and buy a pair of pants. These are in a large and I'm just like, what the heck? How can that be? Because, when you're a 2X for so long, and again, I'm still on my journey too for you guys. I'm not where I want to be either. We're all doing this together. So anyway, you guys are awesome. Yes. Louisiana. Very, very good. So anyway, so that is the total body reset. Anybody that wants to jump on that bandwagon and you want to have a different way to do the holidays, you're thinking maybe if I could get a jump start now before January, I can make a difference. Going there. That's what I want to do. I want to do my holidays differently than I did last year. I won't require perfection of myself, but I do want to move in that direction. I'll tell you, Patty, starting 4 months ago, she wasn't waiting for January 1st, was she? She wasn't doing that. And I implore you to consider the fact that you could be positioning your body now, even though maybe there are some little bit of hills and valleys because of the social events that are coming up. And we can talk about that more and more once November hits. In fact, you guys can, if you want to message me or if you want to put in the comments, especially on Facebook, because it'll stay there. If you want to tell me what are some of the topics that you would like me to cover coming into the holiday season, what's important for you, that would be great. And I can tell you, Tina, here exactly what I'm talking about. That would be, I can totally do that. So I'll explain the total body reset quickly one more time, but for everybody else, I will be, I'll be back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I hope you have the best Monday ever. Really make it a good one. Decide that this week is going to be a week where you actually see, a ton of results for yourself in terms of maybe you've traded out an ingredient, maybe you trade out a recipe, maybe you say no to a food pusher. These are all successes and they all add up, and you have to have those kinds of conversations to yourself about how you're going to have things differently, right? All right. So total body reset. So Tina, we were talking about how Patty over the last 4 months, she's been using the total body reset and she lost 10 inches and 15 pounds. And then she just had her lipid panel done this morning. So we're going to wait on those results. Megda, who has been on here, she's been doing the total body reset over the last year, and her fatty liver went from bad to mild. So there are many different benefits, but this is what it is. 6 different products. These are the things that I've sourced. I started a little over 10 years ago because my dad died of type 2 diabetes when he was 63 years old. And so my insulin resistance started when I was gestational diabetic at 22. And then I didn't do anything about my universe. Who's in the house? Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl, for the heart. You're amazing. Excellent topic today, she says. I love you, Cheryl. Thank you so much. You're amazing. And Terry says, Patty, you can do it. Oh, you guys are so amazing to each other. Your birthday is in December. You're going for a 25-pound weight loss. Yes, you can so do it. And Terry knows. Terry lost 49 pounds at 62 years old, and she weighs less than she did 30 years ago doing this. Oh, you guys just cheer each other on. Okay, so the trio, this is where I started. 3 supplements that have 3 ingredients that help with insulin sensitivity. Then the 4th product is a gut primer. This is going to help with your gastrointestinal tract. It's a green powder. Everything's off of organic farms. And you put it in water, and this helps with moving all of that impacted waste, the toxins, helping your liver, because if you have a sluggish liver, you can't burn fat. If you have high insulin, you can't burn fat. This deals with all of that. The 5th product is the probiotic. And the last product is a visceral fat burner. So it's burning belly fat. That's the shortest way that I can say for all 6 of these. And that's called the Total Body Reset. Terry says she's still on her journey as well. If you're gestational diabetic, does that always mean you're already insulin resistant? And Lonia, I think, again, I'm not a doctor, but my understanding would be that once you've been flagged as insulin resistant, unless you do something for it to go away, it doesn't, I think that the joke is that they said to me after I delivered my baby, they're like, okay, well, you delivered the gestational diabetes, you're good. That was the dumbest answer they could have ever given me, in my opinion. Like, that's baloney. They should have pulled a fasting insulin test, because I just went into straight. I can now look back over those years, those from 22 to 50, and I can see everywhere that I was like it was just insulin resistant stamped all over my forehead. So personally, I believe that is the diagnosis of insulin resistance. I believe that is what that is. And then with my second baby, more confirmation, other side of the coin, I was hypoglycemic. So there you go. And of course, they won't want it to be true, but how would they even know? I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. I know. They won't, it's hard to get them to pull the fasting insulin test. But anyway, so I know that my site is down right now because I'm being affected by the AWS, the Amazon Web Services, which hosts my website, kirstenliebelt.com. So you're going to have to remember, if you're wanting the total body reset, or basically, you know what, reach out to me and I'll send you a cart. We'll bypass my website. Forget the website. Message me. I'll send you a cart with all 6 of them in it. I'll customize it. It'll just be for you today. It'll just like, you can have the cart. You can make your own decision. We can chat. You can ask questions. And then you don't even have to worry about that. Forget about it. Forget about it. Never mind. I have a path I could go down with that. Is it possible to get all the ingredients? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I can't really read them to you right here. That would be a lot, to be really honest, because there's 6 different blends and each blend has a lot, but I would be more than happy to send you that product, that primer. I just took a screenshot. I'll send you the primer and you can look at all of the ingredients, because it's there's a lot. Organic ginger root powder, fermented organic turmeric root powder, fermented organic cinnamon bark powder, fermented organic cayenne fruit powder. There's a lot. And I haven't even finished one blend yet. So that's why I say it's extremely comprehensive. But the results, you guys, like your liver function, your impacted waist moving, it's amazing. So anyway, okay. You guys keep me chatting. You sweet friends are making me cry. Oh, Patty. Lori from Canada, you're a newbie. Good to meet you, Lori. We've got a couple of Canadians on here this morning. I love that so much. Yeah, you are welcome. I'll send you the gut primer so you can look at it. Patty, but think about how you're inspiring other people, Patty, with your story. 4 months, 10 inches down, 15 pounds down. Like, that is substantial. People should get so excited about that. And you're inspiring them. And now those who have gone before you are inspiring you. It's kind of like this whole spiral that we get to do. Yeah, it's so good. So, Lori, being in Canada, just to let you know, should you ever want to purchase supplements through me, ask me for my Canadian website. I can put it here actually for you. I don't think I can. I can't actually, not on that device. But always reach out to me because I have a Canadian link for you that is specific, because not everything is launched in Canada, but like the trio is, and that is very, very beneficial for a lot of people. And yeah, that sounds good. So anyway, Patty, I'm so excited. All right. Let's see. What is the total cost? Are you in the United States? So for the, wish I could look it up. I think, what does the total cost you? I think it's $250. $250, I think is what we're talking about. And every third month you get $75 off. And then of course, free shipping. Okay. Yes. Perfect. What state are you in, Tina? I would love to know. I would love to know. And then what I do is I teach the food portion, and the food portion is in the group. There's a group called Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women, because I never want somebody to feel like they don't have their whole puzzle, right? And you have to fix what got you into the pickle to begin with. If you guys jump in that group, make sure you give your email to get in, because you have to do that. But in the group, I'm able to teach the grain-free, sugar-free, and legume-free portion of it. And what that does is, for being an Italian person, I thought that was going to be really hard. Oklahoma, that's fantastic. Have we chatted before? I don't know if we have, but I don't know why Oklahoma has a warm spot in my heart. It just does. Anytime somebody tells me they're from Oklahoma, I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's so close to my girlfriend. She's in the northern Dallas area, and I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And what was I saying? Shoot, what was I saying? I love that though. That you're from Oklahoma. That makes me very happy. Oh, the food portion. So the group, we do a free 5-day challenge every month in the group. And the reason why it's important for you just to understand that is because when you need the support and encouragement and an actual path to run on, you know what? Anybody can go and buy supplements anywhere. Anybody can go and grab anything off of, the rainforest website. There's a Facebook ad, something a friend grabbed, something that you sampled at, Costco or whatever. But it's a completely different experience when you have somebody who is walking journey with you, right? And trying to help you understand how to trade out your pantry and get the keys to how to do this now forever. You don't really, my keeping off my weight and now going further forward is really important, because I don't want to yo-yo anymore. And I found a way to not do that just by doing root cause supplementation. So you guys are adorable. You know each other. She's like, Tina, is that you? This is Vicky. Yes, Vicky. You guys are adorable. Oh, do you want me to email you the gut primer? I can do that. You're so sweet. You guys are adorable. I love this. That is so fun. Is that you? Yes, it is. So anyway, we go live here Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And then we do the group challenge once a month. The next one is going to start Monday the 3rd. of November, and I will go live in there at 3 p.m. Central every single day that week, and we will do ingredient trade outs and pantry and refrigerator, etc. And you know what? And then you have like, yeah, I will do that. And then you have like this path. You kind of have a blueprint, and that's really what most people are needing. And even Terry, I know Terry has done, it was either 16 or 17th challenges now. And that matters because then she had this path, and that's how she was able to lose her 49 pounds. And she was able, because she just did a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. And it all like built up for her to be able to, you know, the 49 pounds were the 8 months, but here she is still trading things out and learning how to like tweak her life. Right. And that's what matters. So anyway, all right. I will see you guys. Oh, what did you want, Vicky? Tell me what you want. And I can email you. Tell me what you want. Vicky, do you want the total body reset information? Is that what you're looking for? Because again, I'll send you, normally you would get like information with the cart, but because that site is down, I'll give you just the cart with all the 6 products in it. Okay, I'll do that. Oh yeah, you can totally check. Absolutely. You can check all of the ingredients on just click on every single product and you'll be able to see ingredients. You'll be able to see resources, certifications, all of it. Like they'll tell you every little detail if something is gluten-free, you know, whatever. I mean, down to being kosher. They'll tell you everything. Yep. Perfect. Okay. I will do that. So, all right. Such a good day today, you guys. I will chat with you tomorrow. Thank you. You are so nice. Thank you. Have such a good day. And I'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday. And if you need anything, you know where to find me. See you later.